Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Monday Business Solutions Circle Up. My name is Jim Tanner. I'm going to be your host today, and I am just flat out super excited as we come to you again. Now it's Monday, August 21st. You know what I say when we get to this part of the month? That it is the beginning of the run to the end. It's kind of this moment in time where it's like we watch the clock. Many of us have been here the whole month, right? We watched the clock. We were watching the clock. It's like there was a fuse burning. We could hear the fuse. We could even see it kind of sizzling down the fuse line, heading towards the big stack of dynamite. And here it is. It's dynamite time, right? It's the 21st. It's the beginning of this last full week of the month where everybody turns it on. And I'm excited to be able to launch into this incredible time with all of you. Now, we've had great meetings this month on Mondays, coming together, talking about how to win in business solutions and talking, quite frankly, about the challenges that you're going to face in the marketplace on your way to becoming a six-figure ring earner, on your way to becoming a Millionaire Club member. And I'm excited to see that so many folks have been plugging into this information, both live and on replay, and sharing it with each other. And again, for those of you that are here live, I want to remind you that this goes up. It's linked on our agentsofchange.team resources page, and it's a YouTube link. It's very easy to share. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'll be back to talk with you more in a few minutes about upcoming events that you can plug into, and including where I'm going to be coming up as well pretty soon. But I'm excited to have with me today Mr. Johnny Jones. Now, Mr. Jones is going to tell his story, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time telling it. I'm just going to tell you why I wanted to put this gentleman in front of all of you. When I think about competent professionals in our business, there is a long list of people that have just become people that you can rely on and count on, and you know that they know exactly what to do, and they do it and they make it look easy. Well, as long as that list is in our incredible company, this gentleman's at the top of that list. When I did his Super Saturday event in Maryland in the spring, I've been saying ever since, it felt like a day off, because everything was organized, everything was accounted for, everything was thought of ahead of time, and everything was executed flawlessly in that event. As a matter of fact, a lot of what I saw happening at that event, I've been sharing with other leaders around the country as I continue to travel. It's just, there are some people that just have it figured out. They're seeing around the corners. They're always prepared. They leave nothing to chance. And Mr. Johnny Jones is one of these people. There's also an incredible trainer, and he's going to talk to you about his small business training event that's coming up. Mr. Jones, I'm going to get the heck out of the way. We are so excited to have you here with us, and we just can't wait to hear your wisdom today, sir. Take it away.
You know, it's always interesting when you get introduced by a Millionaire Club member, and that's the introduction. So I'll try to live up to all the hype. Well, my name is Johnny Jones, and I have been with the company for 14 and a half years. And when I was first introduced to the services, they just made sense. But I really wasn't sure about what I was going to do with the opportunity, because at that time, I was working in the disaster industry, and I was working 80 to 100 hours every week. Every week. And they told me they would show me how to build a business part-time, spare time. So I came in, and I built my business for 3 years. My mom got sick, and I was elected to be the caregiver. She had sarcoidosis, and she had 11 different doctors. So I stopped going to work because I was taking her to the hospital every day, and my job stopped paying me. But my business continued to pay me during that first year. And after about a year, my mom was well enough for me to go back to work. So I went back to work for 2 short years, and I was able to build my business. So I have walked away from my job, and I haven't had a job in 9 years. In fact, it scares me to think about being in a job right now, because I love what we do, and I love the opportunity that is spread. So for those that know me, I am a field trainer in the business solutions arena, and I sit on a small business council. So it's so exciting right now with the things that are rolling out, things I know that I can talk about and things I can't talk about. But this is the time where you can significantly build your business. This is the time that you can actually make a big dent. So whatever your goals are, you need to 10 times them, because what's rolling out and what you're going to have the ability to do is going to be amazing. So I like our field trainer program. So I'll start there. With the field trainer program, that means you get to have an extension of you that actually gets to see. So what I've learned is that when you have a project, you have one set of eyes, you only have one solution. When you have two sets of eyes, you have two sets of solutions, and you have the ability to grow. And field trainers will stick with you as long as you need them. If it's one time, If it's 5 times, if it's 10 times, I have people I've been field training for 2 years. And it's not because they need me to be there. It's because we work so well together. We continue to make money together. So the field trainer program is amazing for those that are in that space. But I also like the small business program. And the small business program has mentorship too. We have programs that are set up to allow you to be mentored by Small Business Council. And guess what? That means that if you're not used to doing a presentation for a business owner, we'll do it for you. And imagine if you could. So it's one thing for me to tell you, I need you to say this, I need you to do this. It's another thing to say, come in, say hello, mute yourself, and take notes on everything I do from the beginning to the end. So we have a program called Smiling and Dialing that's every Wednesday. We're on the East Coast, so it's 1 p.m. It goes from 1 to 2:30. And what they do in it is they give you an education on the best techniques to call, things you need to remember, things like that. We do 30 minutes of call, then we come back and talk about the objections. And what I've learned is sometimes people who struggle to make calls do better. They make their first calls in a Smiling and Dialing. But what makes it even better, when you're scheduling your calls, you can schedule it with one of the people, whoever's doing that session that day, you can literally schedule with us and we'll do it for you. So I'm very precise in everything that I do. Mr. Tanner is probably very much aware of that. So when I do a sit down with a business owner, I'm not only trying to sit down and sell the business, I'm also trying to get if they got employees, I want to bring that up right then. So I'll show you exactly what I say and what I do to make it a small business and an employee benefit situation in small group. So you're going to hear small business, small group a lot more over the next year because it's a program that's coming out right now. And when that comes out, oh my God, I wish they had that 10 years ago, when I was really starting to get started, because it's really going to change the life of everybody that understands that. Walking to a business owner, in business solutions right now, they always favor you need $150 in premium. You need these big things because it's built for people that do it full time and that's all they do. But what about the person that doesn't do that full time, but maybe works with business owners and are more comfortable in that arena? What's in it for you? So it's a program that's getting ready to roll out where they're going to tell you what's in it for you, where you can walk into the business owner, talk to them, help them understand how you're going to protect their business, and then flip it over into protecting their family and their employees' families. And I love that. I've been doing that for a while now, but a program is coming out that's going to be specified and specific to that. And so it's just exciting to me just where we're going right now. And if you struggle with small business, maybe employee business, but you struggle with small business, connect with us. If you're good at small business, but you struggle with employee benefits, connect with us. Because we're about to be a one-stop shop where we can help you with anything and everything you need in that arena. Like I just helped somebody open up a small business. It's going to be a small business, but it's a group of 3. We just opened it up, rolled that up, and it was simple and easy. That was a one-day close. You can't do that typically in the bigger groups because it's usually a month or longer. So this gives you the ability to eat while you're waiting for the bigger groups to open. And so I love programs like that you can walk in there and within 2 days you're paid. Not 2 days you're processing paperwork trying to get everything right. No, 2 days you're paid. So these are some of the things that are rolling out instantly. And one of the things that the Small Business Council does, we do 2 trainings every month. So, well, actually we do 3. We do a fast start training every Friday at 2 p.m. Central. So that's 3 p.m. our time. We also do a training at the middle of the month, the second Tuesday of the month. That's going to be on the product. Why is that important? You don't learn the product to present. You learn the product to answer questions. So when you're presenting with anybody, knowing the product allows you to understand how to ask the right questions. Because if you know what you solve for them, because you know the product, it makes the process easier to talk to new people and to actually close them. And then the last Tuesday of the month, which is tomorrow, we do a training on everything else, how to present, how to prospect. I know tomorrow we're going to talk about how to use the Prospect by PPLSI app in small business arena. What do you want to work on with that? Where should go for that? So we're talking about that, and we're talking about objectives. Because one thing that people don't seem to understand, everybody's wired for objectives, and we can all do it, but sometimes we feel like we can't. So we're going to do a training specifically on how to master objectives. What you need to do, what you need to say, what it looks like, so that you can hear it. And we might even do a little role play. And I don't know if I'm going to have the ability to do that. But we're going to do a little bit of that to give people the ability to do that. And the trainings are always great. But guess what? You're just hearing about the training today, so you might not know about all things we've done. If you go to smallbiztraining.info, we have a whole culture just for small business. Smallbiztraining.info. So there's folders in there. There's a folder with the applications. There's a folder with the flashies that are most popular. There's one for onboarding your new members. There's one for technology. There's one for training, all the trainings we've done. And a lot of the trainings may be similar, but we have the trainings that teach you how to be professional, what you need to understand about building your business using Zoom. So we do trainings on all of that. And I think in the folder right now, there's probably 9 months worth of training. So we got enough to keep you a little busy. But we also have our calendar in there. So the calendar tells you about all the small business events, how to find them, what the link is, what the times are. So you can do it right from that calendar. You can actually put it in your own personal calendar directly in there. You don't have to worry about, let me go to PPSI calendar, let me go to the Legal Show calendar. No, you can actually take that and implement. And what I do on my calendar personally is I take the events that I want, I put them in there. And then I put the link in there just in case I decide I want to go to one. I can just click on the link in my calendar. I don't have to go find it. It's already there waiting for me. If I need to share with somebody on my team, I just forward the calendar invite to them. They can all get on, and it gives them the ability to see all that. So I now get to move at light speed and not move at like a turtle. So I love the opportunity to do that. But here's what I know. And I've been in the company for 14 and a half years. I think the best is truly yet to come, because I had a chance to talk to our CEO. And Mr. Schlichting said that we were going to experience something that was going to be better than we've ever seen before. And I believe him. And as I'm talking to all the other leaders, they're all saying the same thing. This man is amazing. He's about to get us in the right direction and really lift everybody's life in a different way for their business. You know, this is how we feed our families for a lot of us. This is how we eat. And we want to make sure that we're in the best situation for that. He said he's about to make it the best situation. And some of the things I've seen him roll out already, we're about to be extremely excited about being connected to this company. This has been the best decision I ever made to be here, but it's about to even get better. Like, it's going to be so much better. And the last piece I want to talk to you about, as you're building your business and going through all this, and they put all the tools and they made them all available for you, the one thing I want you to ask yourself is, what is driving me? This is going to be an important thing, because the thing is, I've coached people and I field train people. They always say I'm looking for motivation. And I ask them, do you need motivation on your job, or do you just show up? They say, I show up. I need you to find that thing in your business that makes you show up to do everything you're supposed to do every single day. I did a training on Saturday, and we talked about commitment. And what is commitment? Commitment means you never have to set your watch to be there, because you're going to be there. People don't have to worry about whether you're going to show up. They're going to be there. Mr. Tanner knew I would be here, and he probably knew I'd be here early. Commitment. I'm committed to everything that I do. But I need you guys to be committed to your business. This business that we're in, this business model, so many people are trying to duplicate it, and it can't be duplicated. So many people are trying to do something that's similar, and there's nothing similar. As I work with so many people, I'm so happy about where I am and what we get the opportunity to do. But I'm telling you, you got to find your commitment level. So if you have a training call like this that you're supposed to be on every Monday, be on it. Like, nobody should ever have to look for you. You should be here and waiting for him to say, what took you so long to open up the room? You should be here. Because I actually couldn't beat him. I was surprised. I actually came out early. He was already here. So you want that commitment. You want to be known for your commitment. You want to be known for showing up for yourself. Because in the end, you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, did you give your best? Were you committed? Did you do everything you're supposed to do? And so I'm challenging you to be committed, and not be committed because you say it, even though you need to say it. I need you to be committed because people see it. People see it in your activity. They see it in your action. They know you're a person of your word. They know that when you say, I'm going to do something, you're going to do it. If you say, I'm going to close 5 businesses in this month, you're going to do it. And you're going to do whatever it takes to make that happen, because you are a person of your word. And so I was just honored with the opportunity to be here today, because I'm always excited about the chance to talk about small business, because that's where I focus the most. And then I'm always excited to talk about employee benefits as well, because I love the twofer. I love to get to small business and get their employees and walk away knowing that I did a great service. And I did a training in North Carolina. One thing I said, if you work in our arena, I need you to understand that it's bigger than you ever thought it was. Because we get the opportunity to go to small business owners and help them keep their business open, which means all the employees that work for them have a job. So we're not only helping that company, we're helping our economy, we're helping our communities, we're helping that from what we do, and we get paid well to do it. But so it's a mission that's far bigger than most people think. It's not just walking into that business and protecting that one business. You're keeping all those employees attached to it. You're keeping his family. You're keeping everybody in that community in a good place because of what you do. So go out there and do it and be excited about it. Do it with a smile. Enjoy every aspect of what you do. But most importantly, remember, the best is yet to come. And Mr. Turner, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Listen, fantastic. Thank you so much for being on with us. And you gave us a lot of great information, and it was condensed down real nice. And but if you could just state one more time, we'll make sure it goes in the chat, that catch-all training URL, because I want to make sure we don't miss that.
The smallbiztraining.info?
Smallbiztraining.info. Sonora Danzler, I know that you'll put that in the chat, and we're going to link that on our Agents of Change.team resources page, because we want to make sure that we have that one-stop shop for everything. So thank you very much for coming on here. No,
not chatting, training.
Yes, smallbiztraining.info, Sonora. If you could just put that in the chat, but also hang on to it for me, and we'll make sure that that gets up on our website. Now, as we're wrapping up with Mr. Sorry about that. As we're wrapping you up, because you're in the car, you're working. We know you got to get back after it. I just want to ask you one question, and then we're gonna let you go. So when I get to host these things, I get to ask one question on behalf of everybody, and I'm going to ask you what I've asked other field trainers: is what is the best way somebody can come to you? Listen, you've got all the answers. No one's going to throw you a curveball. You know what to do in front of the business owner. You know what to do in front of the employees. But I'll bet you've been in that spot that so many of us have been in, where the people are excited, but they're not prepared to work with you. What can somebody do to be best prepared to work with you as a field trainer, so you can go and tear it up and start harvesting all of that great revenue, but also protecting people with our services?
So for me personally, the answer to that question is reach out to your field trainer like me early, because it's an interview process. We should talk, and I should get to know you for a minute. You should get to know me for a minute. So I know I want to work with you, and you know you want to work with me. Reach out to me, and let's have a 5-minute conversation. Let's find out where we intersect so that we can build, because that's the best way. Because I want to coach you from the very beginning, man. I don't want to go clean up the mess after you spilled it. I want to coach you and tell you how to put it together, so that way we can actually be on the same page. We don't have time to waste by trying to let you go ahead and mess it up and then come into me and say, can you fix this? No, let's go and start right at the beginning. So reach out to me early, and I can help you. We can figure it out. We can go make some money together and enjoy the hell out of this company. I love the opportunity to do that.
Mr. Jones, thank you so much. We appreciate you. I'm going to see you in Baltimore, Maryland on September 1st. We got a bunch of folks that are here on the East Coast that are going to be joining us as well. We're going to have fun and hang out, and I can't wait to see you in person again. And we're going to let you get back to your day. As I wrap up, I've got some announcements for everybody. Again, thank you very much. You'll see in the chat, people are very appreciative to have you here live with us, and we're going to get this replay out to everybody that couldn't be here with us as well. Thanks again. See you on the 1st, sir.
See you on the 1st, and thank you for the honor and pleasure of being here today, because there's great people like you that I love working with.
It's my pleasure. I'm going to share my screen, and let me get into this. Let's just, as we're wrapping up and we're kicking off Monday, we're kicking off the week, we're kicking it in high gear. Remember I said at the beginning, this is week 3, right? It's the 21st, I think, is the date. Yeah, the 21st. So this is where people get into this idea. They're like, okay, and some of you are brand new, by the way. I see Dan Grace here, brand new. So he's just getting started in the business, but he's not going to watch August slip by. He's going to Performance Club qualify. He's gonna put himself on the board. He's gonna get Fast Start qualified. And so many of you watching live or on the replay are in the same position. But there's also some of us that we kind of had a big July. We eased into August. We had some family vacations. Listen, I've been at the beach a bunch, at the beach house. So you understand, I understand. but it's the 21st. We're going to wrap this month up, and it's going to be massive. It's been massive already, and we're going to finish what we started because we have unfinished business. When I talk on the Monday Momentum call tonight, I'm going to talk about this idea of unfinished business, about the time that passes either way. But I just want to talk that's what the reason I shared my screen is I want to remind you about the incentives that are in place. I've got this slide for Mr. Jones training tomorrow, and I want to talk to you about upcoming events, additional upcoming events. So let's start with Groups Open. You just heard from one of the most sought after field trainers on the East Coast. You can go open your first group, get a $250 bonus, but the company will double that to $500 if you work with a field trainer. And some of you are saying, listen, field trainer, I'm going to split it 50-50. Yes, you are. And you're going to be, Jack Swords was with us last week talking about the field trainer. What are the stats? You're going to do 7 times more business as a new associate, 7 times more business with a field trainer than going it alone, figuring it out on your own, breaking everything that could have been done easily. So go with a field trainer, split it. Listen, 100% of zero is still zero. Go there with a field trainer, split it 50-50. It'll be the best education that you've ever gotten, and you'll make a bunch of money while you do it. So do that. Use that field trainer program. Also, I want to remind you, whether this is your first month or this is month 8 of your year, and you've been with us all year, there's a $100,000 bonus program. We did this in 2022 to launch us out of the COVID era. And I remember saying, and some of you remember, I said, man, just let them, man, please, if they ever carried over any incentive program for another year, if they do this in 2023, we are going to hammer it. Well, they did. Here we are, 2023. And we have folks that in this year, with all of this clear blue ocean that we have around us, opening groups, supporting the employees, serving our communities, people are going to cash out this entire $100,000 bonus. And for those of you that want a blow up of it so you can screenshot it, we're talking about a progressive bonus program. It's the way I see it, you're getting compensated twice on the same work because you're getting 1-year advance commission. You're building your residual book of business with every one of these memberships you sign up. And then you're also qualifying for these tiered bonuses that you can accumulate. So listen, maybe you're saying, hey, I wish I was here in January. I'd go for the 100,000. But are you collecting the 250? Have you picked up the 1,000? Have you qualified for the 2,500? Do you have your hands on the 5,000, the 10,000? See, we can all say whatever we want, but that money is on the table, and our company is just saying, hey, listen, it's all yours. All you got to do is go pick it up. $10,000, $17,000, $27,000, $45,000, $70,000 at level 9. But why not be serious? Listen, we're going to go into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is when, historically in my business, historically in most people's businesses, in the fourth quarter, we do half of the income that we do in the whole year in this solutions group selling space. You've got the fourth quarter in front of you. Go get it. Go pick up as much of that $100,000. Actually, pick it all up. I double dog dare you to get that money off the table. I showed you this briefly while Mr. Jones was talking. Put this on your calendar, 5 to 7 Central. That's 6 to 8 Eastern, and that is the end of the adjustments I'm going to do out of the top of my head because I'll mess up the rest of them. But join us at this training tomorrow evening. That's this Tuesday, lsbtraining.com. Screenshot that. I'm about to switch screens, talk to you about a couple more things as we're wrapping up. Catch your breath and go. The Southeastern Region virtual training is happening on Wednesday, August 23rd from 4 to 8 Central Time. Now, I just want to make sure you understand, because we're in this era where we're doing things on Zoom and hybrid and that kind of thing is happening. Yes, it's the Southeast Regional training, but it's virtual. It's free for all associates, and every one of you is invited to attend. It's a free training. You just have to register in advance. Obviously, you can't click the link from the screenshot. All of these are on LegalShieldCalendar.com, by the way. But you just go to LegalShieldRVT.com is what you'll see on the screen. And you can do that. And you can also just go to LegalShieldCalendar.com, go to Wednesday the 23rd, and you'll see them. And you can select on Legal Shield Calendar that you want business solutions training, and it'll sort it down to just this. You'll see that. You can click on it, register right there. Great. That's the Southeast Regional Virtual Training. You're going to be trained at that event by Alistair Edwards. Alistair Edwards in the Southeast region is the person that runs basically that entire region for the company. on the business solution side. This is a man who's made millions of dollars helping business owners and their employees. You want to be plugged into that. Jack Soares will be speaking, Karen Beverly, Kevin Palacci. It's going to be great. Then I'm going to go quickly here, Friday, August 25th. That's our Canadian employee benefit certification training. So maybe you're in those markets in Canada, or you have people on your team that are in Canada. I hope you do. Or you want to expand your business into Canada. This is how you get the information on the Canadian version of the employee benefit certification. We have a CDLP certification class this Saturday, which is the 26th. Now, this class is not free. $49 is the cost to attend the CDLP class, taught by Mr. Alan Roman. He's the top CDLP producer. He's been with the company for decades. He's often the top solutions producer in the entire company, year over year, picking up those Lady of Justice awards. He's the trainer you want to be trained by. If you want to help the 18-wheeler owners and drivers, if you want to help the people that run the business of the American economy, crisscrossing the country, right, with freight and doing that work, or if you just want to, you'd see yourself as a full service associate, and I hope you do. And when somebody with a commercial truck driving license, somebody that does that for a living, stumbles across your path, you don't want to have to hand them off to somebody else. You want the ability to sign them up. Whatever your reason, get registered and certified in CDLP. Also, our next employee benefit certification. So we just did this on Saturday, and hopefully our new people were in that Saturday class. But we also know that for some, they didn't know about it until, they joined on Wednesday. They found out the class was on Saturday. They already had stuff going on. You can attend the next class. It's August 30th. This is free to all new associates. But in the month of August, the company has made the trainings free to all associates. So if you've been with us for years, if you've been with us for months, or you're a new associate, everybody gets to take the class for free. But in September, we go back to new associates get the class for free. Folks that have been with us for a while are going to pay a small fee for the registration, whichever case it is. I just want to make sure that nobody discounts the power of this class. Mr. Mike Riches is a $300,000 ring earner, a Millionaire Club member over and over and over again. He signed up over 8,000 people for the membership himself, and he's been in this business 20 years doing this. He's our VP of sales training for the company in Business Solutions. This is the person you want to learn from. And I want to just give you some context that's not clear often to some of our newer associates. Here's the context. To get this kind of a training in the period before COVID, you would have had to travel to our home office. To have somebody like Mike Riches train you in person, you would have had to travel, get on an airplane, fly to the home office, and it would have been worth it. I've done it many times. But you're going to spend thousands of dollars doing that in most cases, unless you live in rural Oklahoma and you're already there. You're going to spend a weekend. And the only point I'm trying to make is don't sign up for this class with Mike Riches and then be at the grocery store and have it in your earphones. Take it as serious as if you're getting on an airplane to take this class, because it's serious information. What I want you to do is set yourself up to learn wherever it is you're going to learn at this event on Wednesday, August 30th. So that means maybe saying to the other people that live in your home, hey, listen, I need this time blocked away. Can't come in, can't knock on a door. Maybe you should go do something else, leave the house, whatever. Maybe you need to go leave the house. Maybe you need to go someplace quiet where you can be immersed in this information. But just don't take it with you on a hike. Don't take it with you in the car. Don't take it with you to the grocery store. I'm serious. Get the most out of this. Treat it like the investment that it is. Also, I'll be in Baltimore, Maryland with Johnny Jones, with Darnell Self, with Melissa Peters, with Marty Galano, with Mandy Simmons, with David Spangler, with Ted Vitale, with Mike Riches, and all of the stars of this incredible company, executives as well, on September 1st for the Super Regional in Baltimore. I'd love for you to attend too. These are two fly-in events. The reason I call them fly-in events is because I know that some of you are in California, some of you are in Washington, some of you are in Miami. These are fly-in events. They're big events, and they're worth the investment to come and learn this high-level information from the people that have made millions of dollars doing this. I can't even comprehend the millions of dollars just listed on the bullets that have been earned by those individuals. They know how to do this business. We're gathering them all together to teach you this business and to put you in an immersive environment where you can learn from the very best and also be in community with those people that you're learning with, your peers, as you're growing in this business as well. And then we'll also be in Chicago the following Friday. Now, I won't personally be at the one in Chicago, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't go. Rachel Lawton and Mel Roberson will be there. Bill Walker and Tanya Mack and Ted Vitalo, Mike Riches, and others will be in Chicago as well. These are our last two super regionals as we move into the fourth quarter and our deep focus on harvesting all of the plantings that we're doing right now, making the most of the fourth quarter. And of course, that will roll into early January and February as we continue to enroll these companies for these services. So that's what I've got for you. We did it in 30 minutes today. Thanks to Mr. Johnny Jones and all of you for participating. I want to remind you that we have opportunities for you to come together with us every Monday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and that all of this information, the replays and all of your resources are available at agentsofchange.team under the resources tab as we continue to build out all the archives there as well. Appreciate you being here with me. It is the beginning of the big week in our big month. Let's Get Performance Club qualified, finish executive director, focus on winning in our business today and throughout the week. We'll see you right back here next Monday as we return for our Business Solutions Circle Up. Have a great day, everybody.